What you got popping this?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another one, spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Tuesday, and it is 6 p.m. Eastern, which makes it, I think 3 or 2 over there on the West Coast. Damn, it's early on the West Coast. Fuck, it's already dark out here. But we're back, and we're back to talk heavyweight boxing, man, and I'm excited because it reminds me of Wilder Fury. That heavyweight card had a lot of heavyweights on that card, and it ended up being a decent card. Now, obviously, this isn't the level of Wilder Fury, but it is two people that challenge champions, one being a former champion, and that is Southpaw Charles Martin. And I'm going to say he's challenging one of the most avoided heavyweights in Luis Ortiz. Now, Ortiz is being billed as the A side, and this fight will take place in Hollywood, Florida. Now, when I decided to move down here, did I ever think that boxing was going to relocate? I thought I was leaving the tri-state area, which, gave me an abundance of boxing. But, bro, they keep bringing big-time boxing to Florida, and I'm just so thankful that I came out here. This is going to be in Hollywood, Florida. So, once again, the Cuban sensation, the most avoided Cuban heavyweight in the entire history of boxing, is going to be main eventing, taking on one of his biggest fight till date, not named Deontay Wilder. So obviously he'll be taking on former world champion Charles Martin. He used to have the IBF. He lost it at the hands of Anthony Joshua, and this fight actually somehow is for an IBF title eliminator. Yeah. You heard me correctly. This is for an IBF title eliminator. Now, the good thing for these fighters, which I don't get, right? I thought Hrgovic was supposed to get the IBF title eliminator versus Hunter. I thought Hunter didn't want it, so you figured they would have moved on. How this became the eliminator, I don't know. But hey, it is. So this is going to happen in the same place where the great legendary heavyweight Evander the real deal Holyfield just went down at the hands of a MMA fighter, Victor Belford, right there in Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. So skipping a jump, perfect. It's going to be January 1st. So for all the people who are done partying on New Year's, a lot of us when we were younger, we would go out New Year's, watch the ball drop, partying in the Heights, Dykeman, you know what I'm saying? Something. Uptown, maybe Manhattan, something, right? All night. But now we can just stay up all night watching boxing. January 1st, watch the ball drop in, bringing the new year to a stacked heavyweight card, okay? It's a 5-fight lineup, which also includes my man, Michael Coffie. That's right. Yeah, he back, baby. And, you got to respect that because Abner Mars never took his rematch. And I'm a guy that I'm like, yo, you lost, go ahead and take that tune-up, And he's following in the lines of AJ and Wilder. They're going to do their rematches. They don't care. So, I just want to credit Coffie, man. He ain't been responding to me, after the loss. I'm still Team Coffie. And he's getting in there versus the man that obviously put hands on him, Jonathan Rice. So it's going to be Jonathan Rice versus Michael Coffie 2 on the undercard of Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. But I'm not done yet. No, I'm not. No. It's not just these 4 big-name fighters. We're not done yet. That's right. We got more fighters on the undercard. Then Gerald Washington is back. Gerald Washington. Been in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Been in the ring with Big Baby Miller. Last lost to Charles Martin, who's on the card. But knocked out Robert Helenius, who was on the last heavyweight extravaganza. Right? So he's back. And, he'll be taking Ali Aaron Demazierne, and I bet you 1,000,000% this is the dude that Michael Coffie beat on Fox TV. Let me just give you a quick Google search, and it is absolutely not. It's the undefeated Olympian that Ajagba beat, right? It is the undefeated Olympian that Ajagba beat on PBC. So they brought him back, and, he went 10 rounds with Ajagba, who's a big puncher, so Gerald Washington not in as tough, as light as you would think. Then you got Victor Faust. I don't know who's Victor Faust, but he's taking on the guy to knock down F.A. Ajagba in Igo Kilides. And, he did only knock down F.A. Ajagba. He didn't end up getting the win. But Michael Hunter handled Kilides way better than F.A. Ajagba. But Ajagba did suffer the loss, so maybe the writing was on the wall when he suffered the loss to Frank Sanchez. And also on this undercard is, who else is up? Frank Sanchez, fresh off his win to F.A. Ajagba. He's going to be taking on the Puerto Rican Olympian Carlos Negron in your co-main event. So, that's a pretty decent card. Now, the cherry on top of this one is that they're finally listening to the podcast and doing as we ask. This isn't going to be $100 pay-per-view. No, it's not. It's not going to be $100. Nope. It's not even going to be an $80 pay-per-view. Not $80. Nope. And who was the newest, cheapest pay-per-view on the block? Was that Bud Crawford and Sean Porter with a $69.99 pay-per-view, bringing it to $70? Well, no, this is cheaper than the $70 Terrence Bud Crawford and Sean Porter pay-per-view, which is only a main event, by the way. I don't know. Last time I checked, no one's talked about the undercard. You know what I'm saying? This is a 5-fight extravaganza in the heavyweight division. Victor Faust is actually an undefeated Ukrainian fighter who is already 8-0 with 6 KOs. So he's just flying up the ranks, you know, and it's not going to be a $69.99 pay-per-view. And they didn't listen when we said, give us things like this at like, I don't know, $50. No. They didn't even listen there. They said, we're going to do you one better. We're going to stack the undercard the way you begged us. You told us time and time again that we needed to stack the undercard if we wanted to win you over. So here we did. We gave you 5 decent heavyweight fights. And we still don't want the $50 that you guys, meaning us, me specifically, right? We were definitely saying, we'll pay $59.95. We'll pay $50. And they said, no. Merry Christmas to you and to all a good night on New Year's night. We're doing this one for $39.99. Let me tell you, you haven't been watching boxing long enough to know that the last time a pay-per-view was $39.99, it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was a promoter-only pay-per-view by Top Rank, and it was John Duddy with fucking Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay? And I'm talking junior. John Duddy was a $39 pay-per-view. Come on. I like this card. And for me, this is basically fourth quarter for me. Technically first quarter, but I mean the first, it's like literally still this year. Can't beat that. You can't beat that. I love it. Honestly, not a bad card at all if I had to pay for something. You know, I get it. Luis Ortiz, you know, people got to pay his opponents ridiculous amounts of money to fight him. So maybe, you know, Showtime couldn't find a way to put 5 heavyweight fights of this caliber on there because, again, we're getting the return of Frank Sanchez off of the back of his win over Ajagba, you know, and he's also moved in the rankings after the convention, correct? Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure he's moved in the rankings. Hasn't been updated on my site just yet, but I'm pretty sure he's moved. That being said, decent fight, you know, when you factor in wins and losses, you know, Charles Martin has what? 1 loss to Wilder, AJ, and does he have a secondary loss? Maybe not. Maybe not, right? Did he lose twice? I can't even think. Charles Martin, who walks this earth like a god, has 2 losses, 1 to AJ and 1 to Kovnacki. Yo, what a weird thing, you know? He loses to Adam loses to Hellenius loses to Gerald Washington. It's crazy. That is crazy. It's like do. And that goes to show that styles make fights, man. You know, just because you beat fighter A don't mean that you're necessarily going to beat B and C. But nonetheless, Luis Ortiz, what he's got, maybe 2-3 losses? What's Luis working with these days? Let me just go to the heavyweight division here and go to world rankings, right? Yeah, I was trying to go to Charles Martin to get to the world rankings, but seems not to be ranked. Maybe that's because he's been out the ring, just like Washington, who's been out the ring long. So I'm going to have to Google Frank. My man, Frank Sanchez. All right, yep. Let me see here. Ratings. And then we got heavies. Nope. Heavies. There we go. So, Ortiz, where are you? Lewis. Damn, Lewis is removed too. So these fights are necessary too. Like, Gerald's removed. Lewis is removed. Lord. These guys are inactive. They need to get busy. But, all right. So I got to go to Lewis by a different way. I wanted to kind of stay on the universal rankings there. So Lewis has 2 losses, right? Twice the Wilder. I don't think anybody else beat him. That's not bad. Then you got Coffie with 1 loss. Obviously, Jonathan must have more than Coffie, but we'll find out where he's at this point. Jonathan Rice, man. Look, who would have thought it? He's in a rematch. Shout out to him, man. That's what I'm saying. These Rosado guys, these Rices that keep going. He's got 6 losses, and he lost to a Jagba, again, which is all relative because Jagba beat Kalides, who's also on this card, versus Victor Faust. And then you got Washington. And I think what's Washington got, right? Washington probably got like 3 of them, right? He's got the Wilder. Then he's got the Adam. And, he's got 4, Big Baby. Martin. Again, still comparable. Look, Jonathan has 6. Then you got Negron versus Sanchez. That should be easy for Sanchez. He's definitely getting an easy one right here. I didn't expect Negron to be back. I thought they were going to do a couple more off-TV fights. He's definitely becoming a journeyman these days. But Sanchez, he needs something. I guess it's a stay busy, rather than not stay busy. Sanchez is number 6 in the WBC before the convention. So we'll see what happens after the convention. I'm pretty sure they've already re-ranked him because they did rankings and ratings yesterday. But I'm going to open up the phone lines if anybody is interested in giving their thoughts on this $39.99 pay-per-view on January 1st to bring in the new year. I mean, perfect for me because, again, I'm not going to clubs and stuff anymore. So, to have boxing on New Year's, that's not bad for me. So, which is crazy because this year we got boxing on Christmas and New Year's. Talk about being blessed by the boxing gods, huh? Well, let's do it.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
Right. The number to call in, 1425-569-5241. If you want to go ahead and voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We also have a poll going. And we're kind of discussing the same thing in the poll. Ortiz versus Charles Martin, pay-per-view, $39.99. Are you buying? So 19% of the viewing public believes, yes, they're buying because it's a decent fight with a good price. 43% of the viewing public believe, no, not pay-per-view worthy, not pay-per-view worthy. And 2% say, yeah, I would buy any Ortiz fight. And then 36% say, hell no. Why is this pay-per-view? Wow. You guys, you don't like boxing. You don't like bucks. You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on? Like, I read those percentages and I'm just like,
you're serious? You're serious?
But what's going on? I mean, I just wish I can just like
Terminated.
all you weirdos, But anyway, going out to the callers. Let's see who we got here. Stone Bone, what's going on? Stone Bone. I guess that is a no. Intrigue in Atlanta, Boomerang. See who we got here. All right. Majimbe, Boomerang.
It's good.
What up?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably not ordering this. It's not. Even though it's $40, it's not a good enough undercard and main event for me to jump on it. It kind of makes me sad to think that PBC was supposed to go away from the pay-per-view model, and now everything's a pay-per-view.
That's the zone. That was the zone.
No. They said they were bringing boxing back to free TV. You remember that?
That was a long time ago.
I'm starting to think, man, where is PBC? If I was to ask you, where's PBC going to be in 10 years? Are they going to be around? I mean, they just let Top Rank taking all the signings, Richard Torres, Keyshawn Davis, and now $40 pay-per-views. Where are they going to be in 10 years? It's ridiculous.
I mean,
I'm not buying this. I'm sorry, Nance. I know you're a big heavyweight guy, but this pay-per-view is not for me. That's my call.
You don't like boxing. You got a Cuban Olympian sensation in Ortiz. You got a former IBF champion who's made history. He's the guy that, AJ became champion off of. You got upset-minded Gerald Washington, who obviously upset Robert Helenius, and you got tough guy Michael Coffie, who won't take no for an answer and wants his revenge, and then you got another Olympian in the Ukrainian, Victor Faust, who he's doing his Richard Torres. You know what I'm saying? You worrying about Richard Torres, they giving you Victor Faust from the Ukraine. You know what I mean? They into that Derevyanchenko and Gennady, all that over there. They like that. Listen, I think that it is shameful of anyone of the caliber of Majimbe, when you're that sort of boxing fan, it's shameful that you're going to walk away from a $39 pay-per-view when you've been begging for this price. So now to show them that this price doesn't motivate you after you've been begging, this is literally 50% off of the average. We pay $80 on average. It's not every day we pay $100, and it's really not every day we get $60. Our average is an $80 pay-per-view, and they cut that in half, and the best you guys can do is decide to steal. But, just remember, God is always watching, and that's why your life's not blessed. You can't steal from God. He sees you at all times. You know, I, on the other hand, I will choose not to steal. I've learned my lessons in life. And I'm going to go to my 12-month member who isn't stealing from me. Hashtag no shoplifting. Right? Shout out to Eric Cruz in Irving, Texas, that says salute, TBV, true family. That's right. True boxing fans, too. I don't know about these other dudes, these fakers. These fakers, man. You know, oh, I wish I was in the UK. I wish I was in the UK. They pay 20 pounds. How much is 20 pounds? You know, almost $30. What are we paying here? $30. You guys like spit in the air for it to land in your face. It's crazy. But it's all right. It's all right. You know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. That's why we rarely get what we want, because, you know, when they finally listen, you guys, this is the way that you react. But $40, they could take my money. You know, how much was Clarissa Shields' fight? $20, and it was just a main event? 25, wasn't it? I mean, come on. To say this is not worth $40 when DAZN charges you $20 per fight, per month is $20, you know? So I don't know. We got KDDR. I have seen it all. Ness is actually happy to be paying for PBC boxing on Fox Saturday night card that Al is putting on pay-per-view. Hashtag no standards for pay-per-view. Shaking my head. I mean, I hear you, bro. I just want you guys to remember that you are the hypocrites. You have called into this show time and time again. You have super chatted. You have commented and said you wanted the Don King era. So what are you going to tell me? That we were getting stacked heavyweight Don King cards on HBO Boxing? Because then you would be lying. We were getting stacked heavyweight cards on pay-per-view. You beg for this. They listen, and this is the way that you react. It's hypocrisy at its finest. Hypocrisy. AMG, what up?
Only one stealing here is PBC. They're trying to steal people's hard-earned money with this card.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't see me buying it. I'm not excited for any other fights. So unfortunately, I'm in that streamer gang for this one.
No problem.
Oh, real quick, can anybody reach out to Wilder and tell him to snatch that Bridgerweight belt? Can you imagine our community if all of a sudden Canelo was going against Wilder for the Bridgerweight? That would be like the best week in TBV history, bro. That would be fucking sick. I don't know. I'm going to say a little prayer for that one.
Smoke 'em out, Jay. You sound crazy, man. I reached out to you many times to send you something. You know, I was just busy. Like I'm always busy because I'm here countless hours. But I called you personally. But I hear you. I hear you. I got your text, though, to say, nah, you good, right? That being said, I don't steal. And I'm not a hypocrite. I was out here campaigning for them Don King old cards. Oh, bring that back. Now it's back. Cry me a river. Somebody show me this level of card for free. Where's Top Rank's card this level? Because people quick to call it trash. But show me its replica. You're quick to call it trash, but show me. Fine, you don't think any of the B-sides are good? Cool. Show me this many A-sides. What is it, 5 A-sides? Show me. Show me. That's all. I mean, we just got to stop lying. It's just very sad that, again, you guys are hypocrites. You beg, you pout, you cry for something, and when you get it, now you don't like it. And it's crazy to me. You know. But Brandon in Cincinnati, what up?
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phones jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white though. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, Ness, what's going on, brother?
Hey, brother, how are you, man?
Yeah, man. I'm going to piggyback off what Majin Bey said. He's a hardcore boxing fan like myself. I'm not buying this shit. I'm not paying to watch two, pretty much irrelevant heavyweights on the main event. A guy that just got his ass kicked in Coffie against a no-name fighting a rematch. Frank Sanchez taking a step back from his last fight. And then 2 other fights were the guys I never heard of, and Gerald Washington, who's a pretty average heavyweight. So, yeah, I'm not buying this shit. I want to thank Top Rank for giving us undisputed fights like Ramirez and Taylor for free, T.O. and Loma for free. Meanwhile, PBC forcing us to pay for this shit. But I will give you this, Ness. I won't buy it. I won't shoplift. I just won't watch it. Red Lobster's running that endless shrimp. I'll just go to Red Lobster, eat some endless shrimp, drink a couple Bahama Mamas, and won't watch the fight on.
Well, I'll just say this, man. We all know you're younger than me, right? And it sounds like you need to watch this fight because no one younger than me should be at Red Lobster eating endless shrimp on New Year's Day. All right? So you might need to buy this. You sound like you pretty lonely, champ. But, it is what it is. Again, you beg for something. Then when they give it to you, you don't want it. And that's understandable. That's a lot of people. That's not me. It's not me. I begged for this audience, so I try to be here as much as possible. Try not to leave anyone behind. You know what I mean? I'm late to meetings and phone calls because I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not a hypocrite. That's you guys. This is crazy. But it's all right. Davidian, are you a hypocrite? That means I'm going to your call, champ. I'm like, Davidian's up.
Yeah, sorry, champ. I'm still working, brother. But I'm here.
All right.
You a hypocrite. You shady. Well, I'll be buying fights, so don't even put me in that category. Mm-hmm. But who's on this card exactly? Besides
Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, Frank Sanchez versus Carlos Negron. You got Jonnie Rice, a.k.a. Jonathan Rice versus Michael Coffie 2. Gerald Washington.
So they're doing a rematch?
Yes, sir. Thank you. You're a real hardcore fan. These guys are acting like, these guys, these Brandons and stuff, they're wilding, bro. But we still got more. We got more. We got Gerald Washington versus Ali Demizern, who fought Frank Sanchez. And then there's Victor Faust, the undefeated Ukrainian, versus Igor Kalaides, who also fought F.A. Jogger.
I'm going to watch it just to see my boy. I'm rooting for my boy Michael Coffie.
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize they was going to redo that match. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. Showing that heart.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Yeah. I'm going to watch it. $40.
$40 ain't nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you. 50% off, too, man. We used to $80, It's crazy. 5 heavyweight fights. Crazy. Dude said, the main event is basically 2 irrelevant heavyweights. Like, damn. Charles got what? 2 losses? Charles got 2 losses, and he's irrelevant. This is the problem. This is why MMA is taking over, because we got shit fans. Dudes in Cincinnati, they shit. These Brandons, they no good. Oh, he got 2 losses. Both got 2 losses, by the way. We just went through that. Both got 2 losses, by the way. And he's like, these guys are basically irrelevant. King Born, what up? King Born, what up?
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your...
of all, I love my TBV comrades. I love my TBV live chat comrades. Let's get to it. Hey, yo, this is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need it. I need it. I need it. I want it. Fuck that. Whoever don't like this, you gotta be out your mind. Michael Polite Coffie coming back in the rematch. The drug lord Frank Sanchez. Yo, I'm hyped, man. Look, yo, Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Ortiz only lost twice to one dude, Deontay Wilder. Is y'all serious? $40? Yo, dog. I had Red Lobster 2 months ago. I did that endless shrimp shit. I did the coconut shrimp. That shit came to $30. $10 more. I got all this going on. Dog, Ness, you gotta do a live fight chat. Don't diss us, Ness. This shit gonna be fire.
Liddy.
I want it, dog. You gotta love it, Ness. You can't diss it.
You know I love it.
$40 for the heavyweights.
Yo,
what?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Don't even say $40, man. It's called 50% off, man. We getting half off, bruh.
I got something better than that. Call that the night, yo, somebody getting knocked out that night. You know somebody getting knocked out next. Everybody on the live chat, y'all know somebody gonna get knocked out in one of them fights. And Mike Polite Coffee could avenge the fucking the dude look like he just came home 10 years off the ball. Jonathan Rice, Jerry Rice cousin. Listen, man, I'm hyped. Whoever don't like this, y'all don't love boxing. That's what it is, man. Let's get it, y'all. Yo, boxing.
They don't love boxing, man. That's what it is. Yo, King Born, thanks for calling. I got a super chat from Julio Guzman. It says, must be April Fools. Or excuse me, April 1st. Yeah, I can't believe y'all. Like, I didn't expect this. And this is what I'm saying. All right, my Jimbe? You know, Stone Bone who decided not to talk. Don't get mad then when I don't report on every single thing. Don't say I'm not a hardcore, because neither are you, obviously. Because this is the heavyweight division. It's supposed to be the most luxurious, glamorous, and the one that draws in the casuals. You're saying no to this, but then you want me to fucking announce, I don't know, Mick Arroyo's fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys got to get your priorities together for real. It's crazy, man. You know? Oh, Ness, you ignore the little guys. I'm trying to show love to the heavyweights that actually mean something to America, and you guys are turning that around, you know. But if I would have not done the show tomorrow, you'd have been like, oh, but Ness, I'm shocked you ain't do that heavyweight card. It's like, bruh, even the hardcores are not showing up. Where are y'all, man? $20 fat dollars from my man. That's what I'm saying. You giving me 20. I haven't even read his super chat, but I hope it's not negative, because you giving me 20, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you and God, let me tell you. But I can't possibly do what they do. They fighters. But he says, Ness, you need permanent and dedicated host that won't leave you to do the show alone. You almost never precisely comprehend the questions or comments you can read, but your reading comprehension is terrible. You need a co-host. Bro, these dudes can't work like me, man. They can't. You know, I mean, it's different. It's work for them, and it's genuine love for me. See, dudes like, oh, Ness is capping. Oh, he's a PBC shell. No, I love the sport. I don't love any other sport. I don't know when you're going to get it through your head. You know, they will never be able to work as much as me because it's not their first love. Francisco Velasquez says, Fox, no. And you see, like, I get y'all. Some of these co-hosts don't even know your jokes. I'm here every day, so I get it. And, you know, that was hilarious to me. So let me go back to that. I got to set it up for him. And he says, Fox knows my body. Play the sound bite, Nez. Where is that?
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body.
Yo, shout out to the community. He says, I will support for sure. It's only $40, which I will win on Crawford this weekend. Yeah, right. You got to be putting a boatload on Crawford to win this weekend, bruv. Or pick it precise with little bit of money. But if you're going to make a bet, don't forget to use my code BETTBV over on mybookie.ag. And you know, this is the perfect time to tell you why you should use MyBookie. Not because I'm recommending it, but think about how big MyBookie is. That Fox throws the pay-per-view for Earl versus Porter, right? Fox has their own app called Fox Bet. Fox is on air showing Fox Bet and their odds and encouraging you to bet on Fox Bet. And their star house fighter, A-side fighter, unified fighter, his way says, mybookie.ag, use the code BETTBV. And I'm talking about Earl Spence Jr., man. So when I'm sending you this, because I'm sending you to the best place in the whole wide world. I'm just saying, before sports betting was legal, they've been doing this. So just remember that. They always got the best odds. What they are is fucking slow. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie for them. It's like pulling teeth with my rep. I swear to God, because I want them to be fast as Bovada. I ain't gonna front. Bovada's pretty good, but Bovada's not as good as MyBookie because they can't be everywhere. They have their regulations of where they could allow betting and not. That being said, Sean Ferguson says Mike Coffie fight is a big fight to me. I missed the first one. No, I missed the first fight, but not this one. All right, shout out to you, man. See? You hear that, Mike? Where you at, man? And that's what I'm saying. It's a big fight to me. It's a big fight to me. You know? You dudes just ain't real fucking fans. That's what it is. You know, all of a sudden, Mr. feared heavyweight Luis Ortiz, all the shit they talk, right? Everybody. Where's CYP at? You should be calling and talking about you buying pay-per-views for people, all the shit he talk about Luis, and it's only me over here beating the drum. You dudes suck, man. You dudes suck, man. You're not real boxing fans like me, man. Shout out to Adidas. I got my new cat. They sent me some new cactus gloves over there, man. We saving the earth over here at TBV, man. Not like you little haters, you know, acting like $40, bro. $40, bro. Hilarious. That's a double shot in a certain spot, man. You can't even get, what's that shit Hove used to drink? Oh my God. I haven't heard songs in so long. What is it? 42? Something like that? Not 42. Said that wrong. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You can't buy it with $40, you cheap fuckers. Hawk, what up? Is you a hypocrite or not?
Yo, Nuts, what up? Dolo.
Scarface, no Manolo.
Scarface, no Manolo. Man, hell yeah, I'm buying the fight. I'm a boxing fan, bro.
That's right.
I'm buying. You know I'm buying. I love it.
These young boys broke, man. These young boys broke. It's only young boys broke and still in on these little apps and streaming sites. That's be them. Broke young boys, man. Ain't got their life together yet.
Hey, look. Hey, bro. Hey, look. You wonder why Canelo is jumping and doing what he do, bro, and everybody get mad because when you sell 800,000 pay-per-views, that means that these aren't just boxing fans. That means these are fans of somebody doing something different. So they want to see it. You know what I'm saying? They want to see something different. And he coming up there with these belts and he doing what he do, and he getting paid to do it. Him and Tank doing something different. So when they jumping around, they doing what they do, everybody else sitting back and complaining. And these boys doing it. So, nah, I'm with that. They fighting. The heavyweight, they fighting. I'm with it. Hell yeah. And the ones that's supposed to be the real fans ain't the ones paying for these fights because that's who the networks are going for. The networks is messing with Tank and messing with Canelo because the real fans are the ones that's buying the pay-per-views. And they know who can sell the pay-per-views. So that's why they can jump around and do what they do. These other boxers ain't taking no risks. So they ain't getting the options. If you don't take no risks, you don't get no options. Yeah, so yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm with the fighting, and I'm paying for the boxers that's putting their necks out there, trying to win and trying to do something. So yeah, good show, great show.
Shout out to you. Listen, anybody could tell me in the chat, how much was that pay-per-view for Ruiz or Areola? So, because now we know that they testing their market, man. They started with that price, and they've even gone down now. They testing the market, man. I like that, man. I like that they're doing their research, man. Steel, I'm not sure that it doesn't work in Nebraska. You want to ask yourself, did you ever live in another state and maybe create an account? Because of me, that happened, right? Like I went to deposit money, but now I live in Florida, so it knows I'm in Florida, and it wasn't letting me deposit. Luckily, my rep switched out my location and let me deposit. So make sure your location setting isn't set to the wrong state. On that note, I got some super chats let me get to. They're trying to call me Floyd with the reading. It's all good. Take shots at me. I'm taking shots at y'all for being cheap fucks. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to buy Lewis only loses to Wild, and all of a sudden he's garbage. You guys are no bueno. James, Alabama, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
What up, champ?
Man, I've been on and off all day, man. I don't even know what the topic is, man, but, you know, I condone all the shit talking you doing, man. Yo, keep it up. Keep the hard work going, man. I'm probably going to go back on YouTube and listen to the playback of all this, man. But, yo, I just support the hustle, man. So, hey, I'm supporting you, big dog.
I appreciate you. Look at Julio with the super chat. And you know, I don't get it. This is what I don't get. He says, I'd pay $40 to see Wilder Zelenoff too. Which, you know, realistically, we know would have happened. So it's like you'd be paying $80, right? Because you ain't never going to get a Wilder fight for $40. So you're going to be paying $80 for like a 10-second execution or something. And this is what I don't get. It's like, come on. We're getting 5 heavyweight fights here. Somehow they're no good now. It's crazy. Crazy. You know, I wish things were different too. I wish that, you know, the networks would pay for the fights. And we just had to pay that $10, you know, a month for the HBO or the Showtime or the Dazn. But that's not the world we live in. You know, it's not the world we live in for sure. And we seen that when we had that, it wasn't sustainable. Because in order to get the big fights, you need a big purse. And in order to get those big purse, you got to go behind a paywall. And, you know, if you're getting the best fighting the best, I mean, what are we crying about then? We got KDDR who says, I love boxing, but not going to act like I'm cool to know when I'm getting bamboozled into paying for a card that would normally be free on PBC and on Fox. No, you just paid the lie. You know, show me the card. I keep asking that. You dudes rather pay to lie than say, yo, this is the card. Show me the free card on any network with any entity in the last 10 years. Don't give me Don King, because that's who we was begging. You know, we were begging the boxing gods for a Don King type of card. Now here we got it, and a bunch of you dudes are crybabies. You're spending more monies on super chats. You can put that away and buy the fucking card, but you're crying for what you asked for, you know? But it's all right. I love being the one to call you on your bullshit, you know? Call you on your bullshit. People, there was some of you that said Areola, Andy wasn't pay-per-view and that, you know, it's like, oh, man, if it was $40, maybe I'd pay for it, you know? Oh, $60, oh, I ain't paying for that. You know, so here's this one at $39, you still got a problem. I'm telling you. Some of you dudes just don't have ladies, man. You can tell. You complain about everything. There's no way any girl's going to stick around with you. You know, you guys cry too much. Everything is a cry. Cry, 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 cry. I can't do shit with $40. They let me finally do something with $40. I could barely buy the good weed I like to smoke with $40. You understand? You guys are just cheap, man. You're cheap. Julio Ocha, where they showing the pay-per-view at? Toys R Us? $2 super chat. You know he's a fucking hater. Fucking hater. I swear. This is what I'm saying. I don't get you dudes. This guy listens to every show. All his super chats are hate super chats, by the way. We've never seen him say anything nice. But how do you watch a boxing show every day only to complain about the cards that are being made for you to watch? None of this makes sense to me. You guys are so weird, you know? Like, I'm not just some dude that gets paid to talk. Like, I actually watch the fights. Right? Like, I actually watch. Like, that's my number one nitpick. Like, yo, did you watch the fucking Rozecki fight? You know? It gets blanketed, everything that I say. You guys try to call me delusional, yet I'm the fucking oracle in the Matrix, bro. I spoke up Canelo moving up to weight, and then look where we at. Meanwhile, none of you fucks watch Rozecki. Not even because you know Jeff from Nova Scotia. That's how most of you, a lot of y'all, that's why your life is fucked. Because look, you know Jeff, and you didn't even watch it because you know that Jeff is campaigning his little heart out for Castillo and for fucking Rozecki. That didn't even soften your heart enough to watch that fight. So you missed it. So now we talking about Canelo versus Rivas, and you don't know what to say. So you hate. And you talk outside of the topic because you're not a real fucking boxing fan, bro. You dudes don't really watch fights, man. And that's why you're hating on this. Literally, people are paying to say that this is a free card somewhere. Show it to me. Show it to me, because I've been watching for a while. I've never seen this caliber of card free. Show it to me. Just show me this many names on one card for free. Just show me the last time it happened, please. Please help me. Louisville Slugger, what up?
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotion.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
Hello, how it sound? TPV, what up?
Straight.
How it sound? Yeah, man, decent little card, man. Decent little pay-per-view card. Definitely ain't no pay-per-view. I probably ain't. This ain't no pay-per-view.
Yo, you disconnected. Your Bluetooth disconnected. We can't. We can't hear you, LV. You gotta connect or disconnect. Is all.
There you go, man. Where is it? That's a decent card, though.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to deal with that. But that's good. I'll just give you another call and a fair warning to every other Wilder fan. I expect you to be buying this pay-per-view. I know it sounded like LV said decent little card, but it ain't pay-per-view. That's not what he said. Believe me, that's not what he said. I'm an expert. I have eagle ears, and he didn't say that. So strike that from your mind. We're going to give him a chance to say the right thing as the biggest Wilder fan in the world. Mr. Hashtag two-time, hashtag all answers will be whatever, whip-diddy-wop, boop-boop. You supposed to be defending his biggest fucking win. You supposed to be defending his biggest fucking win. You supposed to be like, yeah, it's Louis fucking Ortiz. Of course I'ma buy this shit. This the most feared motherfucker. The only dude that got in the ring was Wilder, because he ain't afraid. Like, you Wilder fans need to remember to say that, okay? Be careful what you say next. Because how the fuck you gonna say this is shit if that's his biggest win? Then his biggest win is also shit. Because guess what? I keep the same energy. Andy lost to AJ. Ness still said his next fight is pay-per-view. And I, again, Oracle Ness, was the one saying Ruiz Areola the minute he won, not when he lost. The minute he won, I said, get the fuck out of that rematch. come fight Areola, right? They use my advice, Oracle Ness's advice. So the loser in this case, I wanted to be on pay-per-view. This is also a loser. And I am also paying for his losing pay-per-view. You dudes just hypocrites. You see what I'm saying? You're hypocrites. At every turn, I get you. You're a hypocrite. Wilder can't be great if his opponents is trash and not pay-per-view worthy. You got to make it make sense, man. You dudes are weird today. But it's all right. I tell you, every single moment, I love being the one to call you on your bullshit. I can't sit here and say Luis Ortiz is great. I can't sit here and say Dillian White ducked Luis Ortiz and he lowballed, offered him 225. And then when it's time to show Luis Ortiz's worth, say I'm not fucking paying. You dudes are weirdos. You're weirdos. I guarantee you one thing. If Line 6 found out that Boots was fighting fucking Rashidi Ellis on pay-per-view tomorrow, he'd pay. That's the difference between us and you. And obviously between me and him is I love every fighter, not just one. You dudes are weird, man. Weird. Natural Wiz Hamilton, what up?
Thank God you got to me, my guy. Yo, what is wrong with these boxing fans, man?
No clue, bro.
Yo, man, like, shout out to Dana White. Shout out to Dana White for conditioning me to appreciate every goddamn fight. You guys are complaining about this card? Wow. You guys are bougie. Man, I don't even understand. I don't understand. This is a great card. I watch every UFC card. I watch every boxing event, even the UK, even the other whatever, no name. I watch it all. And you guys are complaining? It's $40 here. Done. I already paid. I don't care. That's my call, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Sean Ferguson right back at us. He says, Michael Coffie trained for another fighter. Rice was in camp with Fury and was a... You see, you guys are saying it's my reading. I'm going to have to screen share this, all right? You guys sometimes rush through your little writing to get your super chats, or maybe it's the character count. But look, I got to break up and pause with this. Look, Michael Coffie trained for another fight. Rice was camp with Fury and was great shape. So let's see what, and that's supposed to be what, that's just me, again, guessing, happens now that Coffie trained for Rice. And I agree with you. Maybe that's why he don't answer me. He's locked in and he ain't trying to do interviews because he was like that when he was undefeated. He was like, yo, I don't really want to talk too much because I got to do more than I got to talk. Obviously, you know, he talked up 3 names. He didn't get to fight those because Gerald Washington, I think, got COVID. Jonathan Rice slipped in last minute and bada bing, bada boom. But for him, and that's what I'm saying, for him and for the boxing fan who obviously likes UFC and has that UFC train of thought, Gerald Washington lost, but that's who undefeated Michael Coffie wanted to fight at the time. Let that sink in, right? Now he's on the card with Coffie. Coffie now has a loss, right? The dude that beat Gerald Washington is on the card, right? So, you know, you gotta just appreciate what they did. The storyline is there. I get it. You're a casual fan. You don't know nothing about boxing. So how would you know about all those storylines, right? I get it. You know, you're a fan of one fighter. Maybe he's fighting this weekend. I get it. You know, it's all right. But don't come on here and give your opinion when it really is invalid, you know. You ain't buying it, not because it's not a good card, because you don't know anybody. Because you're not a real boxing fan, that's all. You know the buds and the, you know, same shit I said in the call of the year, man. Don't just talk about Wilder and Bud. Like, go get a fucking life, you know. Give me some real boxing talk, man. Don't just talk about Wilder or AJ. Oh, Brandon, what up? Look at this guy. You wanna fight? Brandon. Nah, you sound pretty far.
Can you hear me now?
You know it.
Okay, you said find a better card than that card that we paying $40 for free. Didn't take me that long, man. I went to the Crawford Mean Machine card. Pretty easy. You had Crawford versus Mean Machine.
Mm-hmm.
You got Teofimo Lopez versus Richard Comey.
Mm-hmm.
You got an undefeated George Cambrosos versus former champion and Mickey Bay. And then on the A sides for the rest of the cards, you got an undefeated Michael Conlon, 15-1 Jose Vargas, undefeated Edgar Belonga, and an undefeated Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. I'll say that's 10,000 times better than the fucking card we about to pay, or you about to pay $40 for. Because like I said, I'm going to Red Lobster to get me some the shrimp. So it's plenty of cards that's better than this for free, bro. Quit the cap.
I mean, you know, that's the way you choose to look at it. I don't see it that way. You know, you and I both know that Cav Velasquez didn't deserve to be in the ring. He was coming off a loss that he got gifted a draw. It should have been Ray Robinson. Actually, if you don't know, it doesn't fucking matter because Bomac has said it all throughout YouTube, right? So then when you talk about Comey, that really didn't matter, right? Because the same energy you giving me about dudes on this card with 2 losses, let's give Comey, who had 2 losses, the same energy. So it didn't fucking matter. He was a champ with 2 losses. Who fucking cares, right? Ain't that what y'all saying about Ortiz, who only lost to 1 man, but it happens to be twice? Who fucking cares? So who fucking cares that he lost to Shakakov and Richard Comey and he was about to lose to Tio? Not us. Not me. Who else you said? Julian Hammerhands? like, let's be real, bro. You know, you have your favorites, and that's that. That's that. You know, it's funny. A Bud fan finds a Bud card. Doesn't mention that the trainer didn't even want to fight Cav Velasquez. Somehow he wants to tell you what the trainer said. The trainer said this is a dog shit fight. He don't belong here. He didn't win. But somehow this guy's saying, oh, you wanted me to find a fight? Here's the card. Why? Because you want to lie and not give context? And if you give me the rest of the fucking names, I bet you I can do more. Conlon? Seriously? That's top-ranked diet at its finest. Does anyone here know who's the biggest name Conlon has been in with? Can anyone tell me the threat he's ever been in with? Ever. Fuck out of here. Dude's known for flipping off people in the Olympics and never fighting absolutely anyone. Anyone. He never even fought a Jonathan Rice journeyman. So you tell the truth. But again, I love being the one to call you on your bullshit. I'm happy sitting right here doing it. You're a liar, not me. You're a hypocrite, not me. Because that's your favorite fighter, Terrence Crawford. That card is good. Fuck out of here. Cav Velasquez. He's doing so well these days. He reminds me of Diego Chavez, a good loser. And at least Chavez didn't have a draw to fucking, Ray Robinson before he got to the big leagues. His draw came to Bradley, if I'm not mistaken. So, kick rocks, man. You dudes are just fucking hypocrites. It's hypocrisy at its finest. All of a sudden, Cav Velasquez, and that's the thing. That's why the game that we play on Untitled is at what level from 1 to 10 were these fighters when they faced. You see, he wants to use what was it? We had a co-host to say he's a good wordsmith. That's what he's doing. He wants to twist words. So, yeah, you say Crawford and Cav Velasquez, and automatically your brain goes to the result, goes to the actual fight. It's not going to go to when it was announced, when it was shamed. Now, it's an easier pill to swallow in retrospect. Why? Because the dude got dropped and he fought better than expected. Okay? He fought above expectation. He still fucking lost. The L is an L any fucking way you flip it. But you want to make it out to be more than what it was. But when Plant loses and his L is an L any way you flip it, I'm a Kappa. I'm a PBC rider. Which one is it? Make it make sense. Did Plant lose like he was supposed to lose, or did he lose and look good like I'm saying? Because it looks like Velasquez lost and looked good like I'm saying. But y'all hypocrites. It's hypocrisy. I'm telling you, it's the fucking word of the day, bro. Hypocrisy, man. You dudes are just horrible. Line 6, what up?
It don't matter who it is. If I get anybody hurt, they getting out of there. They not getting out that round or that fight.
Because I know for a fact that Boots could beat Crawford. I know for a fact that Boots could beat Spence. I know for a fact that Boots could beat Ugas, Pacquiao.
In your opinion, who is the best fighter at 147?
Me.
Everything Roy did, Boots do it better. Everything Mayweather did, he do it better.
SDS Promotions.
Lines.
Hey, hold on, man. First off, let me say shout out SDS Promotions. I just turned on my phone and I hear you slandering Boots' name. What the hell is wrong with you, man? I understand this is your show, but you cannot be sitting here talking blasted over his favorite fighter. Boots is boxing. What you mean? This heavyweight card sucks, and you know it. You sitting here spouting that PBC propaganda, and you want to denigrate Boots to try to push your agenda to show Al Heyman and whoever else is behind this card love. You don't throw Boots under the bus to bring somebody else up. That's the problem. Boots is living in your head rent-free right now, Ness, and you know I'm telling the truth. Me and you, we good. But the second you cross that Boots line, you got a real situation on your hands. Play with something that's safe, because fucking with Boots is dangerous for your health, Ness. That's my call. I'm out. It's all love, player.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
The truth is that I said you would pay for Rashidi Ellis versus Boots if they put it on pay-per-view. You wouldn't say it's trash. And I said that's a boxing fan. Unfortunately, you're a boxing fan of one boxer, unlike me. So you see, even though you would pay for Boots Rashidi Ellis and I would pay for Boots Rashidi Ellis, I am also paying for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, who, by the way, are two fighters that I don't see anybody really rushing to fight, right? You know. Last I checked, Charles Martin Wilder was a thing. People were happy about that. I get it. Wilder is the common denominator to make a fight great. But you can't tell me that a dude you wanted to see Wilder fight versus a dude that did fight Wilder isn't a good fight. But I get you. Hypocrisy. LV Slugger will try you again.
TBV, how it sound?
Yep, better.
Yeah. Like I said, man, it's a decent card, man. Just I don't feel like it's pay-per-view worthy, man. It definitely ain't pay-per-view worthy. Guys, and then a lot of them being active like they is, man. I don't feel like it's really pay-per-view worthy. The last time we seen Ortiz in a big fight, he literally got knocked out with one punch. I'm still, it was a good win for Wilder. But at the same time,
winning 7 rounds. After winning 7 rounds.
That's the narrative people be putting out there. That's what people say. That's the narrative that people say that he won all them rounds. But I mean, I'm not going with that. But I sent the counter punch for the earlier show too. So you can go and give me that right now too. And I wanted to talk about that. What about the earlier show about the Charlo topic? When I was saying that about the Canelo and shit, like I was saying, like I was speaking realistic. Like Charlo ain't got the star power to move around and do shit like Canelo move, jumping up weight classes and picking fights like how he do. So I'm speaking realistic with him being at PBC. Having a common opponent with Canelo and Lar, he moved up to 160. Why not have that fight? Why not do that fight if you're gonna stay at 160 instead of not fighting no good names? I feel like that's a good name, and it can help build your way towards the Canelo fight.
Charlo
especially
done, man.
And see if you can beat him better than in more pressing fashion than Canelo did. So I mean, I feel like that's a decent little fight over there at PBC if he gonna stay at 160. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, man.
It's over for Charlo. You know it and I know it, man. That fight's done sailed. That ship is across the other world. He about to fight at cruiser, man. He coming back to light heavyweight. Charlo gonna have to come up with the big boys and get a belt if he want to show he great, and that will show because it'll be the 3rd division. He done moved up 3 times chasing Canelo. You know, hopefully he could get a belt up there. We'll see if he great enough. You know. Everybody act like it's easy to get these belts in these other divisions till it's their favorite fighter. They got to move up. Then it's like, nah, why you got to move up? Shout out to Sean Ferguson with the super chat who says Ortiz versus Martin is fire emoji too. That's right. I don't get it, man. Line 6 counterpunch. I don't get these dudes. I'm telling you.
Hey Ness, hey man, my bad. I just caught the tail end when I heard Boots' name and I got fired up, man. I wasn't trying to come at you too dirty or nothing, man. I just get real passionate when it comes to Boots, man. It's all love though, Ness. You know me, man. My bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just, if we gonna talk about Boots, let's just always talk about him in the highest honor possible. You know what I mean?
I mean,
you feel me,
I thought I was. I mean, I think Rashidi Ellis is an undefeated fighter with great talent.
Hey, Ness, I agree, man. Like I said, I caught the tail end. I thought you was trying to say your Boots got people that pay for him to fight nobodies, and you right. I pay to watch Boots beat my mama up. So, I mean, you feel me? He's just that good. But, hey, I just want to let you know my bad, man. Hey, have a good day, brother.
Don't worry, man. I never take it personal. We right back at it the next day. It is what it is. We going out to Boston, Georgie Porgy. Like, again, I'm just doubling down. I'm saying that I thought me and my community on a day-to-day basis were telling the boxing gods, give us the fights we want and we'll pay. You know, Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz is 2 top 10 heavyweights, you know. If they require a pay-per-view at $39 to get it done, I'm not mad. Because now they're stacking the card, which is another thing we begged for. They're stacking the card, and they're giving us 4 more heavyweights. So, I'm not mad at all. But I got a cash app from James Benitez. Shout out to my man, the champ, who says $20 dub, and he says, keep the hustle. Keep up the hustle. But thank you, brother. It's again, it's easy to do when you love what you do. We going out to Boston, Georgie Porgy.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't play Showtime to see you all there, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see 2 motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that form I do? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next. What a great show. Thumbs up, donate.
Hey, yo! What's happening, Mr. Gibbs?
What up?
We pushing this fight, huh? We pushing this fight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Baby, the problem is the pay-per-view, dog. There's nothing wrong with the car, like you say. Shit stacked, but 40 beans, I don't know about that, doggy.
You sound hilarious. You're right. We ain't used to that.
Why?
We ain't used to it. When the hell is the last time we had a $40 pay-per-view, bro? Like, you guys are tripping, man. Again, you ain't been watching boxing.
We used to see that shit on regular TV. Mm-hmm. Don't we used to fight these fights on regular TV, yes or no?
Nah.
What do you mean no?
You wasn't paying for this type of fight on pay-per-view for
Listen,
Don King?
first of all, yo, before you break my fucking minute, let me put this out there. Shout out to all Cubans. Everybody out there, nothing but love. But there is no Cuban fans. That's why Ortiz never pop up. It wasn't for Wilder. Nobody give a fuck about Ortiz.
Well, the fights in
Florida. And I'm walking like. Don't matter if it's in Florida, baby. You can grab every Cuban in Florida to go watch the fight. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, it's not in Brooklyn, and it ain't in New Jersey no more for Michael Polite Coffee. So it obviously fucking matters. Your narrative
I
is just a
guarantee
narrative.
you, they're
It's
gonna.
in Florida because of him.
I guarantee you, because of the reaction of the fan of the $40 fucking tag, they're gonna cancel this shit on some COVID-19 or some type of bullshit. They're gonna see the picture coming, baby.
Hopefully,
it's dead on arrival.
hopefully that's what they do if they need to do that. But it would be sad.
Let them cancel, put that shit on regular TV. They make 9 million fucking views on regular TV and cut that bullshit with $40. Everybody out there support the channel, donate, TBB for life. I'm out.
Bro, my man said if this isn't regular TV, what is regular TV? I don't know. What the fuck we just had on regular TV, bro? Like, that's what's regular TV. Like, but all right, it's just sad. It's just sad because for me, Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin, that's $20 for me. I don't care. Michael Polite Coffie taking the rematch when he could easily do the Abner Mars and go another route, that's $10 easy for me. And I don't mind throwing $10 at the undercard. You know what I mean? You guys are just weird, and that's all right. That's all right, man. But this is why the UK boxing is thriving over there, because they do support, At 13-0 and 11-0, George Groves and James DeGale, they could fight and sell out 16,000 people in an arena that young because they really like boxing and y'all really don't, Y'all bitch and moan about Canelo, but when he fight, that's when we do numbers. That means y'all casuals. Y'all only watch the casuals, None of you dudes knew Jesse Vargas was trained by Roger Mayweather because you don't watch boxing. You don't watch boxing. How would you know that he was trained by Roger if you never watched his developmental career because you was too busy? Because you too fucking bougie was the perfect word they used earlier. You too bougie. This card's too good for you. You gonna go eat shrimp. Fucking weirdos, bro. Paco, what up? No Paco, just listening. And Coach Rivera, I'm sure you just listening. My Jimbe, boomerang.
Oh man, I listen. I pay every single month $40 to you because I enjoy the content that you create. You can't tell me that I gotta pay $40 for some bullshit that I don't like. I like the card.
I just thought you was a Luis Ortiz fan. I'm sorry. I thought you was a Luis Ortiz fan.
Look, no, man. I support. Listen, my land bias comes out when it comes to the Cubans. It does, but it doesn't.
When it comes to Rigo, and I found that out today, and that's okay. We all are learning a little bit more about each other. If this was a Rigo card, you'd be paying, and that's okay.
Hold on. Tell me if this card is not better, and it was on free TV. Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor. It had Jose Zepeda versus Hank Lundy. Elvis Rodriguez versus Kenneth Sims Jr. That's a better card.
That was good.
Vasily Teofimo. It had Alex Saucedo versus Orlando Barbosa Jr. Jose Vargas versus Kendo Castaneda. Edgar Belanga versus Linnell.
But that's what I'm saying. But you see, this is what I'm saying. You guys are picking and choosing who's okay. Jose Vargas already had losses. Not to mention he just lost. So it's okay for one fighter to have losses.
You're saying that we are choosing because they have 2 losses not to bout. No, that's bullshit. We just prefer good fights. It doesn't matter if they have losses. We just want to see good fights.
So that's what I'm saying. So Martin Luis Ortiz isn't a good fight.
It is a good fight, but not for pay-per-view. This is our point. No, this is something that should be on Fox.
But that's what I disagree. You show me where else is Martin Ortiz at. Remember, the heavyweight division is a different level of economics. Where else do you get Martin Ortiz? Isn't fucking Derek Chisora versus Parker pay-per-view? Yes. Wasn't Derek Chisora
Yeah.
versus Dillian White pay-per-view? Yes.
Who you said that heavyweight
Wasn't
division
Wilder
is,
versus
it brings
Luis
in, it brings in the
Ortiz?
casuals, right?
Bro,
You said it brings in the casuals.
just
Tell me
show
a
me
name on
show
this
me a
card that's
top
going to bring in the
5.
casuals. It's
Show me
not.
show
This
me
is for the hardcores.
show
It should
me
be
a top
free.
5 heavyweight fight that wasn't pay-per-view this year.
Well, you can't say that, bro, because the majority of them were on the Fury card.
Show me a top 5 heavyweight that wasn't on pay-per-view, bro. There's not many top 5 heavyweights. There's only 5 of them. What the hell are you talking about? The top 5 has been on pay-per-view
but
for how many years?
Again, though, you're not answering my. I asked you a question.
What's your
first,
question?
Right?
What's
Answer
your question?
my question.
What?
Who on this card is going to bring in the casuals? Because the heavyweight division it brings out the casuals. What name on this card is bringing in the casuals?
They not listen. This isn't $1 million pay-per-view. That's why it's $30. They just trying to.
But that's my point, bro. It's a hardcore. It's a hardcore card. It should be free. Give us something for once.
All right, bro. You're right. You know, give us something for once because we live in a fantasy world and the fighters get paid for free. You're right, man. You know, I can't argue with you, bro. You in a fantasy world, and I get it. But that's not reality. And, you know, you guys can talk about Top Rank and a couple of cards that they did, but they also got very many disgruntled employees that are trying to jump ship. So, you know, it is what it is. I can't convince y'all. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm going to watch it. You know, I don't really know any other top 5 heavyweights that weren't on pay-per-view. AJ Usyk was pay-per-view. Wilder Fury was pay-per-view. Dillian White Povetkin was pay-per-view. Andy Ruiz Areola was pay-per-view. I'm lost here. I'm lost. So we saying Andy, he could be on pay-per-view because he lost to AJ, but the dude that lost to Wilder, he's not. I mean, I'm lost. The whole top 5 is pay-per-view. I just don't get what we're talking about. I mean, it's been like that for a few years. Last I checked, Dillian White's done what? Maybe 7? Anywhere between 5 and 7 straight pay-per-views. Wilder, you know what he's done? He did the Fury, Lewis, rematch, back to Fury. So that was 4. You know? I mean, Earl, what he done? 4. Tank, he on his 4th. Charlos did 1. I mean, I don't know. But those are the divisions. You're right. I'm falling astray here. It's top 5, but they've also all been on pay-per-view. You know, I don't know. I'm struggling to find a fight in the top of the heavyweight division that wasn't on pay-per-view at this point. Can't think of it. And like you said, Majimbe, even the undercard was on pay-per-view. So Adam, you know, and Hellenius, that was able to happen on the undercard more than likely because it was on the undercard. Because it was a rematch. Rematches are usually more money than the first fight. Especially if you're the underdog guy and you win, you getting more money. So I just don't get when was this fight on TV. You know, comparing a welterweight in a tune-up, right? And then a bunch of dudes that getting paid $75,000 on the undercard or less. We act like we don't know the purses, you know. But again, some of those fights were big fights. White Povetkin is a pay-per-view. Povetkin's a pay-per-view star in his country. He's not fighting for free. You are getting it for free because you have the zone. But he's not fighting for free. That's what I'm telling you. The top 5 doesn't fight for free. You just making that up. Now, maybe they get a tune-up here and there, like a Fury got a Schwartz, you know. But Let's see. Is Fury going back on free TV when they in the convention asking for 80-20 splits? I think not. I think not. You know not. But it is what it is. It was an announcement show. You know, you guys don't want it. Hopefully that's the PBC hears it and, takes that into consideration. Ronald Finkley says 40 is good for heavyweights. And I guess he's talking about Luis Ortiz's age. But Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Oh, actually, Intrigue Boomerang. Unless you straight. All right. Stonebone.
What up, Ness? What up?
What up? What up?
Yeah, man. When I first heard it, I was like, "This is gonna be it." When I just had heard that fight, I thought, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice Fox fight," you know. Then, like I've been hearing, like more and more. I didn't hear all of the people till I seen like you talking about it. So I was like, "Let me go see who on the card." And then I seen the rematch and all of that. I'm like, at this point, man, when guys, you got guys sitting on the sideline, guys need to fight, guys need dates. However we can get it done to get it. I'm gonna say this as a boxing fan. If I had a small lady, if I'd be like, "Babe, would you rather me pay $39 and watch all of these fights in one Saturday, or waste 4 or 5 Saturdays when they split them all up, and then we sitting at the house?" My wife would say, "Hey, let's watch them one night, and we can go kick it and go out to eat and do other shit on Saturday night." And I remember when they announced Khan and Bud. I didn't want that to be a pay-per-view, but when I bought my ticket, and then I went online and I looked, and I'm like, damn, Shakur on there, Vadejo was on there, Tiafimo was on there, Adamas was on there, like it was Belonga was on there, and I'm like, fuck it, man. However we can, if this is our sport, you never hear NFL people say, you know what, I'm mad that League Pass is available for NFL fans. If you don't want to buy it, then we just not buy it, because my favorite fighter probably about to come over there and fight Keith Thurman Ness, and I want you to have the same energy for this Keith Thurman pay-per-view that you're going to have to pay for in April. So go and get ready.
I don't want Thurman on pay-per-view.
I know you don't want it.
Not until he get a tune-up.
I don't care. I want you to bite the bullet, and I want you to feel the same way that, hey, don't you think Luis Ortiz need a tune-up?
Nah, he ain't coming off 2 years and injuries, bro. He's different.
He coming off 1 year and a knockout, right? No, he fought once since he got knocked out.
Yeah, he got that Alexander tune-up already.
Yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah, he did. What a dude like failed. That it was a weird fight, but he got it back. So, all right, man. Listen, we boxing fans, we got to start like we can. I guess here's the place to say it. Like maybe they don't want to pay for it, but fuck it, man. Let these people do it. These dudes need to fight, man. I think a lot of people gonna have to be pay-per-view for us to possibly see them. You know what I mean? Like if not Broners and Thurmans. All these dudes gonna be sitting on the sideline because no networks is willing to pay $2-3 million for a purse. Like that's very rare. They'll do it once a year probably, and that's probably the most we'll get a big name on a regular TV. Everybody else is gonna be $100,000 fighting guys. The $1 million fighter guys is gonna be on pay-per-view. I hate to say it, or we should have got behind the zone when we had the chance, but now we didn't. So yeah, what they say once
it ain't even behind the zone, bro. It ain't behind the zone. PBC said it's free for many years. They made shirts and gave them away. They gave you free tickets, but you guys didn't show up. And the writers were even worse. They laughed at Al Heyman. He's losing money. Oh, he's a thief. He's swindling away Waddell and Reed's money when he tried desperately to give you free boxing for all for free. He was laughed at. But then Eddie came in with his $1 billion, and he does it, and he's considered the greatest promoter. Listen, man. And then they didn't get behind the zone either. No, the zone was dead zone, and people laughed at that. And you're fighting on an app, and they repeat their favorite fighter's favorite thing. I ain't going to the zone. Because people want to pay pay-per-view. I'm telling you, the hypocrisy is insane. You know, you didn't want free boxing for all. You didn't want to pay $8 on Dazn. And now you're saying you don't want this pay-per-view. So go figure. And that's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. This was a spontaneous one for the hardcores, obviously. Oh, Coach Rivera, you want to talk? I'm sorry.
No te preocupes. ¿Cómo me escucho?
You good? You good?
I don't get it. This is a freaking great card. You don't know what can happen in the heavyweight. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna try to outperform each other. You know, I like Mike Polite Coffee. You know, anybody can have a bad day. He's gonna want to show what he really is about. And I'm a little biased because Charlie is fighting, even though I don't like the fight who he's fighting with. But I still got a little bit of hope for him because of his training. And then Charlie is Carlos Negron. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. He's fighting Sanchez.
Yeah, he does have a lot of practice with the Cuban style because he's always sparring Ortiz, and he's also an Olympian. But I don't know; it's gonna be a hard task for him. But let's see. I am paying the $40. That's a really good card in my eyes. You know, talking about a lot of heavy hitters. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Especially for 40, man. It's just crazy. The first time we hear $40 pay-per-view in so many years, and people are still reluctant. It's crazy.
Yeah. Everybody used to pay 80, but now you pay 40 and use $1.40 for food and drinks.
Yeah. Fight party.
Yeah. That's the best, especially, you know, watching all of your boys and watching all heavyweights. Any crazy bullshit can happen.
Yeah, the heavyweight division is the only division that one punch changes everything. That's why I don't get it. It's more intriguing than some of these other fights that these guys were bringing up. But listen, Coach, I'm going to let you go. You're the last caller. Arrivederci to everybody. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. We've gotten to our goal of 130,100. Now we're back on the hunt for the next goal. We're trying to get to 130,200, and we need about 80 more subscribers to get there. Only you can help us get there. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We talk boxing multiple times a day. If you don't know, now you know. This is the second time we went live. Earlier, we talked about Canelo, who's chasing greatness and moving all the way up to cruiserweight to fight Makabu, the WBC champion. Him and Eddie broke news as they asked for the WBC to approve that fight. Makabu accepted the challenge, so we have a Cinco de Mayo fight that may take place in the Republic of Congo. Go check out that episode. It's on iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, TuneIn, all over, and even right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where you should be subscribed. Notification bell hit. Catch me on the next one. That's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. West Coast, 8 a.m. Central. Peace.